Hello my lovelies, welcome to my channel The Woolly Hugs, and today in this tutorial we are going to make this Sherpa sweater, which will be in size 7 to 8 years, and I also made this in size 4 to 5 years in lavender. For 7 to 8 years I have also attached pockets in the front, and this is how the sweater looks. So the lavender one that I made for my daughter, this is in size 4 to 5 years, but the tutorial is going to be in 7 to 8 years, and it's I made this in super bulky yarn, a size 6 weight yarn, and it's a very quick project because the yarn is bulky and it works up very quickly. So without further ado, let's get started. So for this project I'm using this Ganga Velvety, which is a super bulky 100% polyester yarn, which I got from Magic Needles. So I'll put a link in the description box below. It's super soft, and it's the best part is it works up very quickly, so your project ends very fast. And I have used two colors, yellow and blue. If you want, you can use just one color. If you want, you can use two or more, it's up to you. And then you need 2 crochet hooks, 7 mm and 9 mm, and darning needle, scissors, stitch markers, and a measuring tape. So let's get started. So we will first start with our front panel, because back panel is going to be very easy. So I want to work the front panel. Though front panel is also very easy, there is not much decrease or increase to it. So first you will make a slip knot, and this is my 9 mm hook size. I don't know why my camera is not focusing. Yeah, so this is my 9 mm hook, and I will chain 30 for the size 7 to 8 years. So here I have chained 30, and I'll add one more chain, so total 31. And now in the second chain from the hook, so this is the first and this is the second chain. You might have to feel a bit with this yarn, but it is not very difficult to see as well. So I'll make a single crochet in the second chain from the hook, and I'll make single crochet across in all the stitches. So it's a beginner friendly pattern. It's just that sometimes you might have to feel the place where you want to insert your hook. So by the end of this row, I will have 30 single crochets across. So go ahead and work your single crochets till the end of this row. So here I am at the end of my row 1, and this is my last chain. So I'll make a single crochet in that as well, and now I will chain 1 and turn my work. Now you will single crochet on the very first space, so chain 1 doesn't count as a stitch. and you will single crochet across in all the stitches. So you will be making 30 single crochets in total. So it's a very simple pattern, and it's very fun to work with this yarn. It's super soft and it works up very quickly. So I've reached the end of row 2 and I've left with 2 stitches. So I will single crochet in each stitch and chain 1, turn my work. So we have worked 2 rows of single crochet. You will continue working row 3, 4 and 5 in the similar fashion. You will repeat row 2. So work 3, 4, 5, and after the 5th row, at the end of the 5th row, we will change the color. So here I've completed my 5 rows and I'm at the end of my row 5. This is my last single crochet. So I will insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and I'll not complete my stitch, and I'll bring in the next color, leaving a little tail. I will finish the single crochet with this blue color and chain 1. I will also cut my yellow and I will be tying the ends of both the color loosely. And so this is my right side. Now we will be working row 6 on the wrong side, and I will also weave in these ends in my work, and because of this fluffiness of the yarn, it conceals the ends very easily. So I'll make a first single crochet in the very first stitch. Oh, sorry, I think I forgot to chain 1. Okay, so first we will chain 1, turn our work and make single crochet in the very first, but I will put both these ends on my hook and then make the single crochet so that it gets weaved in my stitch. And now I'll make single crochets across. Keep the ends on the back side only, which is the side you're working right now, the wrong side. So now you can see that you can't see that you've weaved in your ends from the right side. So this is the right side. So continue working in blue for total 5 rows. So this is my first row, and I will work 5 rows in blue. So I will show you how I have changed how big my stripes are. I have already worked. Okay. So this is the back panel which I've already made, and this is the ribbing which we are going to work later on after we complete our front panel. So I worked 5 rows in yellow, and then 5 rows in blue again 5 rows in yellow, 5 rows in blue, 5 in yellow, 3 in blue, and then 6 in yellow. So total for my size, 7 to 8 years, I worked 34 rows, and this is just a rectangle piece, the back panel, And for the front panel we will be working till this point, and then we will leave few stitches for our neck opening. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28. So on after row 28 we will be leaving stitches for the neck opening. So work for the number of rows that is specified for your size. I will be working 28 rows, and then we will leave few stitches for the neck opening, and we'll take it from there together. So now I have worked total 30 rows, making single crochets across. And now I have put stitch marker on the 10th stitch from both ends. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we will be working on these 9 stitches, and on the 10th stitch I have put my stitch marker, and I'm leaving 12 stitches for the neck opening, which measures around 6.5 for my size. So now I will simply be working on this side of the shoulder. So I have still to work 4 more rows, because total 34 rows I'm going to work for my size. So I will simply start by chaining 1 and make single crochets in 9 stitches for our shoulder. This is my row number 31. This is my 9th stitch, and now I will chain 1 and done my work. For row number 32 I will again single crochet on the 9 stitches across. Chain 1, row number 33, again chain 1, and now this is my last row, row number 34. And now I will simply cut my yarn and fasten off. So I've left a long tail, and now I will fasten off. Now again, so we have worked on this side of our sweater front panel, and now I will join my yarn on this side and work here. So this is my stitch marker. I will join my yarn here. And I'll simply chain 1, make my first single crochet on that first where I join my yarn, first stitch, and then single crochet across. Total 9 stitches on this side as well. Chain 1, turn my work, row number 32, single crochets across. again chain 1, row number 33, you will single crochet across, and then again chain 1 and row 34, single crochets across, then you will fasten off and leave a long tail which will be used to join the shoulders. So once I'm done with this side as well, I'll join back and we will start working on joining the shoulder. So now I have completed my front panel, and this is how it looks, and also my back panel here. So now we will be joining the shoulders. So with the right side of the work facing each other, so this is my back panel and that's my front, and the wrong side is facing me and the right sides are facing each other at the shoulder. So we had 9 stitches. So now with the smaller hook size, the 7 mm, I left a long tail. So I will line up the stitches. You can also use a tapestry needle to join the shoulder. I prefer to make slip knots, so I will chain 1 like so, and chain 1, and then slip stitch in all the 9 stitches like so. So continue joining both sides of the shoulder, and then we will pick up stitches for our sleeves. So now we have joined our shoulders, and this is how our right side looks. And now we will start working on the sleeves. So we will be picking up stitches on this side, and for my size, so it totally depends on the size that you're working on, how many stitches you're going to pick. So for size 7 to 8, I will be picking total 26 stitches, 13 from the back panel and 13 from the front panel, and I'm using my yellow to start my sleeves. So let me turn it around. Okay, so now this is my front and this is my back panel, and we will pick 1 stitch per row. So I have to pick 13 stitches from my front panel. So this is my 1 2 3 4 5. So here is where I will attach my yarn. So I'll make a slip knot. That's my first, second, third. Pull through the loop on my hook also and tighten it up and make a single crochet in the same stitch. So this is my first, and then in the next row I'll pick up 1 stitch and make a single crochet, second, third single crochet on the third row, and 13. Now I've reached where we have seamed both the panels, and I'll pick up stitches from the back panel, 13 stitches. Just a second. So 1, 2, 12 and 13. So we have picked 13 stitches from both the panels. Now we have 26 stitches in total. Now I'll chain one and turn my work, and I'll single crochet in all the 26 stitches. For row 2. Now again I will chain one, turn my work, and again I will work a row of single crochet for row 3 and 4, and on the 5th row we will decrease our stitches, one from this side and one from this side. So please complete row number 3 and 4, and on row 5 we will decrease the stitches together. So I have completed 4 rows now, and on the 5th row I will be decreasing my stitches. So I've chained one and I'll make single crochet 2 together. So I'll insert my hook, yarn over and pull up a loop, and insert my hook in the next stitch, yarn over and pull up a loop, and then yarn over and pull through all the 3 loops on my hook. So here we have decreased 1 stitch, and now I will make single crochets across till I'm left with 2 stitches in the end, and then I will decrease by 1 stitch on that side as well. So we will single crochet 2 together on that side as well. So here I have reached to the end of my row and I have 2 stitches left. I will decrease by making single crochet 2 together, like so. So here we have decreased by 1 stitch. So now I have 24 single crochets on row 5. So we will repeat this pattern. Row 1, 2, 3, 4, you will make single crochets across, and row 5 you will decrease on both sides by making single crochet 2 together on both sides, and then again 6, 7, 8, 9 you will simply be making single crochets all across, and on the 10th row you will decrease on both sides by making single crochet 2 together. Also I changed my color after the 5th row and I used a blue, so I will be cutting my yarn here. So it's up to you how you want your color changes to be. So I will not be completing my last stitch with yellow. I will undo it because I need to change the color. So I will complete the stitch with my blue color, like so, and just tie it together. So it's up to you. If you're not changing the color, you will simply continue the pattern. On the other side I'll show you that I worked 5 rows in yellow and the rest all in blue. If you want stripes, you can change color on every 5th row, which is your decrease row, sorry, every 6th row after the decrease row. So it's up to you. So once I'm done with my sleeves, I'll join back and we'll work on the ribbing. So I have made my sleeves on the other side, so I will show you. So this is the other side of my sleeves. So we started with 26 stitches and we worked 4 rows in 26 stitches, and then on the fifth row I decreased by 2 stitches on both, 1 stitch on this end and 1 stitch on this end. We were left with 24 stitches. Then again I worked 4 rows without any decreases, and on the 10th row I decreased again. So I have also put a stitch marker so that I know where I have decreased. So on every 5th row you will be decreasing. So 5th, 10th, 15th and 20th row I have decreased, and I forgot to put a stitch marker here. After 20th I also decreased on 25th, which is my second last row, and on 26th I simply made a row of single crochet. So for my size I'll be working 26 rows. You have to check for your size how many rows you need to work on. And after this I will be now making the cuff of our sleeves. So please work on your sleeves on both sides, and I'll then join back and show you how we are going to work on the cuff. So now I'm starting with the cuff of my sleeves. So the right side of my sleeves, and I will join in one corner. Through, and then I will chain 6 and make a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So this is my first, this is my second, and I'll single crochet across. Also I have changed my hook size to 7 mm. Sorry, I forgot to mention that. And now I will slip stitch on the base of my sleeves to end the row, and slip stitch again on the next stitch to start the next row. And now I will single crochet in the back loop of the 5th stitch from the edge. So this is first, second, third, fourth, 5th in the back loop only. Sorry, a regular single crochet on the last one, and then chain 1 and turn, and a regular single crochet on the first one, and single crochet in the back loop only of the next 4, slip stitch on the base and slip stitch again to start the next row. So complete your cuff till you reach this end on both sides of the sleeves, and then we will work on our neck edging and the rest of the seaming. So now I have completed both sides of my sleeves, and I have also joined the sides. So I started from my cuff and I worked 5 stitches in yellow, and then the blue area in blue, and again this area in yellow, a little bit of the body as well. And I've attached both sides of the sleeves, and I'm yet to attach the sides of the body, so I will show you once I do that. But first we will work on the neck ribbing, and for the neck ribbing I'm using my blue yarn and 7 mm hook size. So just join anywhere on your neck, and I am joining it here. Now I will make a single crochet in the next stitch and single crochet in the next. So basically I'm making one single crochet per row. So we are making a foundation row for the neck ribbing, and once you reach your front panel, you have stitches already to work on. Work around till you reach to the point where you started, and then slip stitch on the very first single crochet. Then we'll start with the ribbing. So I've now reached the end, and this was my first single crochet. So I will slip stitch on that, and now I'll chain 5. Single crochet in the second chain from the hook and across. So I have 4 single crochet now, and then slip stitch in the next single crochet and slip stitch again in the next to start the next row. Turn my work, and I'll single crochet in the in the first from this side and 4th stitch from this side. Crochet in the back loop in 3 stitches, and then a regular single crochet in the last one. Again, chain 1, turn your work, single crochet regular in the first, and single crochet in the back loop in the next 3. Slip stitch on the base. So continue across till you reach to this end, and then we will join this. So I have worked around and I've reached to the end. This is where we started, and this is where my last row ended. So I will join it as well. So to join, I'll take my hook out, and I will just on the wrong side, or on the inside of the neck, I will insert my hook on the very first chain and the loop, and I'll bring it through this chain 1, and I'll slip stitch in the second, the third, and this is the last one, 4th, like so, and got my yarn, and I'll weave in the tail later on. So let me show you how the neck is looking now. So we are now done with our neck, and also you will join the sides of your front and back panel. So with the wrong side of the work, right facing you and the right sides facing each other, you'll start from the ribbing, and just the way we joined our shoulders, you will be joining your arms and the sides as well. And you can use yellow for the yellow area and blue for the blue, or just one color, any color that you worked with, it's up to you. So join the sides. So now we will work on the pocket, and my pocket is going to be 8-inch wide and 5-inch in height. So I will chain 14 plus 1. and I will single crochet in the second chain from the hook and across. So I have created 14 single crochets, and now I will chain 1, turn my work, single crochet in the very first stitch and single crochets across. So basically 5 rows you will be working just single crochets across, chain 1, and then we will start decreasing from row 6. So work 5 rows in just single crochets across, chain 1, and then I'll join back and we will decrease on both sides of our pocket. So I have worked 5 rows of single crochets across, and this is row 6. So I will be decreasing on both sides. So I'll single crochet 2 together. So yarn, insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, and again insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through all the 3 loops. And now we will single crochet in all the stitches across till we are left with 2 stitches in the end, and then again we will decrease on that side. Okay, so this is last 2 stitches, and I will single crochet 2 together in the last, chain 1 and turn. Again in row 7 we are going to decrease. So insert your hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, then again insert your hook in the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through both the stitches, and then single crochet across till you're left with just 2 stitches in the end. Left with 2 stitches, I'll single crochet 2 together, chain 1 and turn like so. And now we will not be decreasing, we will simply be working our single crochet. So we decreased on row 6th and 7th, and I'll work till row 10. So 8, 9, 10 there will be no decrease. I will simply be working single crochets across. So work row 8, 9, 10. So now I have worked total 10 rows on my pocket. This was my last stitch. So I will take a long tail and then fasten off, which we will use to join our pocket with the main body. I think I've taken too long, never mind. And I'm using a needle now to join the pocket. And I will place, so this is the right side, and I'll place it just above the ribbing. So I will start with joining from here till here, and then I will join in the bottom, and we will leave the sides.